everybody.
Hi.
So glad you're here with us today, and I'm Pastor Francis, and I am just here doing Mom Strong. I want to empower moms to live the champion life you were created for. We want to partner with parents in just raising up champion kids, because this is a season that is just not meant to be done alone.
No, it
today,
really does take a village.
It does.
It takes a village.
Oh my
I
gosh,
finally
it so
accepted
does.
that on Sunday. This Sunday.
Really? Oh, wow.
I did. I was like, you know what? No, it does take a village, because my little Zeke, I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
It was,
oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I sit in the front row. Luke is Batman, and he walks up. And he's walking away doing his Batman thing. And then Zeke literally sprint crawls down towards the stairs to climb up the stairs, and Pastor's praying, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because they live here. They know. Like, this is their home. They're here all the time.
But I'm like, I'm not about to get up and run after him during, like, the altar call. Oh my gosh. So Pastor B took over. I'm like, okay, it takes a village. I give up.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Well, first of all, I'm going to say I'm with Pastor Jade, and she is our worship pastor. Yes, I'm so glad you're here with me today.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Pastor B called me, or he messaged me this Sunday, and he's like, hey, can I hop on the phone with you? And I was like, okay, yeah. And so he's like, I just want to talk to you and Frank real quick. And he's like, I just want to encourage you that you guys are awesome parents, and that, you know, it is hard. It's not hard. It's a blessing. It's a huge blessing to be here with your kids all the time. But life does look different for them.
Right.
And he's like, I just want to encourage you with that, because he has his 3 amazing kids that he's raised here inside the house, and I've watched them. I remember Chloe, she was in diapers, you know, when they first started coming here.
I used to babysit them 13 years ago.
For sure, yes. I know. And now they're just growing, and they're beautiful, beautiful kids. And in particular, Gabe is so much like my title. And
he was full of personality as a little boy, and now he's so like sweet and calm. And
exactly, and that's what I told Pastor B. I'm like, you know, I see your Gabe now, and what an amazing man he is growing up to be, and like this beautiful girlfriend she has, and I'm like, you know what? My title's gonna be okay. He's gonna make it.
Oh my gosh, they're so like. I was telling Pastor B that on Sunday. That's so funny, because he called me right after to kind of encourage us. And
he's just in an encouraging mood. I love that.
You love that.
It does take a village.
It really does. It really does. But I told him, I said, before he even said that, I was like, title reminds me so much of Gabe. It's so sweet, because I got a chance to hang out with your kids last week, and they all played water slides and stuff at my house. So, yeah, no, your kids are going to turn out so amazing.
Yes.
So
and in saying that, my title is very, he's emotional. Like, he just is. He's like in a little emotional roller coaster, and that's okay. That's how God has made him to be. And so it's just learning that. And just fine-tuning it and helping, you know, redirect that emotion sometimes.
Set the boundaries on it.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, but it's such a beautiful way that God has made our kids. So we're blessed. Yes.
I love it.
And so you had a very eventful morning.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So we're in staff meeting. And Pastor Sterling says, oh my gosh, Jade is stuck inside the car wash. And I'm like, what? So tell us what happened.
Yeah, so, well, you had texted me that she wanted to go on Today Live at 1. So I thought at about, I think it was like 11:15, I'm like, I'm going to go kill an hour and then come back by lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and go to the church, because we live right up the road. So. So me and the kids are going to go to the car wash, give us something to do. So we take off to the car wash. We're driving through the car wash, no problem. We get to the end of the actual car wash, and the soap on the back is not washing off. And the guy just kind of waves me through. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just go through again. That was strange.
Yeah.
Just didn't think anything of it. There's so many people behind me, I'm not going to make a big deal of it.
Yeah.
So drove out, got back in line, and driving through, and there's like 3 or 4 cars in front of me, and then all of a sudden the line comes to a stop.
Oh my gosh. Wait, are you in?
I'm right in front of going in, but there's no way
to back out.
There's big, tall curbs and landscaping on both sides.
Oh, yes.
So there's no way to get out.
Yeah.
And there's literally like 4 cars in front of me and like 15 cars behind me.
Oh my gosh.
And the line is stopped. So 2 minutes goes by, 8 minutes goes by, 15 minutes goes by, and I'm there for like 25 minutes.
Oh
and I'm like,
my gosh.
It is now 11:50, and I'm supposed to be to Francis at 1. And mind you, my hair was wet.
Oh, yes.
I had no makeup on. I'm literally in my jammies, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna make it today. Like, dear Lord. So I'm like, okay, I gotta think of a plan here. So I called Sterling. Can you come bring the other car? I'll hop in the other car. You hop in this car with the kids. Finish the car wash.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll drive home.
So he was still there at the car wash.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So he literally switched me, and I drove home.
Well,
and
thank you for everything you did to be here today. And we
I
have
got
some special guests with us.
Come here.
Hi, you guys.
Come say hi to the video.
What's
Come
up,
here,
Batman?
Look, there's a video. We're talking to people on the internet.
Dude, how's it going?
There's Batman.
You say hi to everybody?
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I heard you had an adventure this morning, huh, with Mama? No, it wasn't an adventure.
Where's my Zeke? Can I see my Zeke?
Zeke, you want to come say hi? Pastor
Where's
Sterling, thank you for coming in and for rescuing her. Oh my gosh.
Look,
We got another Batman.
Yeah, we dressed up as Batman
this is
today.
so fun. I love this so much. Hey,
Bat baby and Batman.
Gosh, Jade's such a beautiful mama and beautiful
Thank you.
family here.
All right, go play
I
with
love
Dada.
it. You guys gonna go play? Have fun, you guys. Bye. Bye, boo-boos. Bye.
He's like, what is going on? Love you
so
guys.
fun. Thank you.
Love you. Go get me some food.
So they just came back from the car wash?
Literally, yeah. So they went to the car wash, got Chick-fil-A, and oh, thank you. And yeah,
That's so wild.
It was, yeah. As you can tell, Luke's a little grumpy
No,
because it's been a
yeah.
rough go this morning.
Yeah, all the unexpected things.
And then I pulled out of the car wash, running late, and I almost hit a cat. This cat right in front of the car, and I'm like, I literally was like, Jesus, like I wasn't using the Lord's name in vain. I was like, Jesus, please be on this day because this is one of those like weird days, and I needed to stop.
It's probably because the ladies need to hear what you have to say this morning.
I hope so.
I really
hope
believe
so.
that. Yes.
So
whether it's being a part of a village, having a village around you, and accepting help. I've been listening to Girl Stop Apologizing. Have you heard that one yet? No, it's really good. I think they did it like as a group here a while ago, but she's talking about accepting help.
That's
and
awesome.
a mom came on a television show, and you know she had just launched a new line. She's like a well-known celebrity, and like now is starting her business. And you know the lady looked at her and said, you know, like, oh my gosh, you're doing all these things, you know, like, and you're a mom of little ones, and like, how do you do this all? And she's like, oh, it's easy. Anyone can do it. And Rachel Hollis said she got so mad at her because, you know, some people might think like, oh yeah, you can just do it. But the reality is that it takes a village. It takes so many people helping you. It takes like everyone. It takes a lot of people. And, you know, the fact but all the help that she needs from everyone, and she probably has, you know, like nutritionists and like, you know, all the things that you never really would have thought of before, a hairstylist for every photo shoot that she needs to do, like all the different things. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just wake up, butler, can you bring me the toast?
Oh
Just
my
kidding.
gosh, right? But it's because she does so much that she requires so much. And like
course.
even for myself, like I have a house cleaner, and she is
awesome.
Godsend, the best like money that I spend out of my paycheck. I told my mom the other day, I'm like, I probably would like eat less quality food just so that I could keep her around
keep her
more.
Going,
oh my gosh.
And
thankfully, you know, we can afford her. You know, she just comes a little bit to help me tidy up and do certain things, and
that's awesome.
It's a huge blessing. But like we cannot do it alone.
No,
Margaret took my kids last week. I'm so thankful for her. She was just like, hey, like, can I take the kids for a little bit? Such a blessing. And so I was able to get ready for like last Thursday night.
That's
like
the best.
it really takes a village.
That.
You took my kids last week.
Oh my
gosh.
fun.
It was such a blessing. Like she took them to get ice cream and lunch, and they went swimming at her house and like all the fun things.
Luke
like,
loves Tidal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're such good friends. I love that. It takes a village, and it takes asking for help too. It really does.
Yes.
Saying like, hey, I need help. But also, I asked you to help me the other week because I had questions about finances.
Yeah,
and
that was cool.
Yes, you have just started a it's Savvy Mamas on YouTube. So there's a YouTube channel. After you're done watching this, please make sure you go on and watch Savvy Mamas on YouTube with Pastor Jade, and she talks all about how because I had reached out to you. Because we're about like ready to make that step into getting a new home, and so I sent her a whole paragraph of like all these questions that I had, and I was like, "What do you do with this? What do you do with this? What do you do with this?" And then she was so sweet to meet with me and answer those questions, and come to find out, you had already answered all of these on that YouTube channel.
Oh, that's so funny.
But you were so sweet to answer them all. But just really quick, tell us a little bit about your Savvy Mamas YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I guess the slogan or whatever you want to say, is wealth, wisdom, and happiness. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about real estate and like what we've done, and I also want to talk about the Bible and things that I'm learning, you know, whatever's like on my heart at that week. Yeah. And then happiness, like how are you happy as a busy mama, as a savvy mama, being out and about, you know, with money, with your kids, with your marriage, with church, with people in general. Like how do you maintain that? I guess happiness is like a a word for it, but really it's inner peace. Like, how do you obtain that inner peace and keep it? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. So far, I've done a couple real estate videos. And I think I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to kind of transition into another topic.
Oh,
so
fun.
yeah, I've really been enjoying it. It's really fun.
That's awesome. And yeah, like I said, a lot of the information that you gave on there was also information that you were able to like help me with as well. And just taking care of like your credit is a big one. And how you guys have purchased 4 houses now, right? And you're making income off of it.
Yep.
So you're not just like depending on like one income or another. It's making your money work for you.
Yeah, and I think I told you this when we were meeting, that the house we live in now, so we just sold one of the rentals, but like when at the time we bought it, we had 3 rentals and each were making $200 a month.
Yeah.
So that's an extra $600 a month, and we know how much that is like crucial. Like that $600, it seems like a little when you look at it, but a month that adds up.
Yes.
So that $600 literally pays for half of our mortgage. So we literally wouldn't be in the house we're in had we not have had those rentals. Right. So like from Sterling's paycheck, only $600 comes out, which you can't even get an apartment in Yuma for $600 a month. You know what I mean? Yes. So it's kind of a way to like, you kind of create a domino effect with your finances. Like once you get one, it's easier to get 2 because now you have more cash flow from that one.
Wow.
So it just kind of, it's slow, it's gradual, but I feel like over time, and then on top of that, getting houses and putting other people in it, you're not paying that mortgage. So that 30-year loan goes by so fast.
But isn't it dangerous and scary to like put people in your home, like random renters?
So there's certain things you can do, which I talked to you about.
Yes.
Download the app called Bigger Pockets. There is nothing that we don't know about real estate that we didn't learn from Bigger Pockets.
Right.
And actually, the guys who run it are 2 Christian men.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, they talk about God all the time.
Okay.
I think one of them, Sterling could tell me more, but I think one of them is a pastor. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they talk all about, like, biblical principles, and then they totally just talk practical stuff, too.
Yeah.
But basically, like, there's certain things you can do. You can check their credit. You run a background. There's a whole app you can actually download to make sure you get good renters.
Okay.
So for 5 years, we've never had a single late payment.
Wow.
We've never had to evict somebody.
Wow.
Literally, I think we've shown up 3 or 4 times to, like, fix a garbage disposal, fix a dishwasher, just little things. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you've been at this for 5 years now.
5 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And you were just born with this knowledge, right? Of knowing how to
No, not at all. No, Sterling is very book savvy, and he's very, like, when we renovated a house, Sterling can figure out how to do anything. Like, he didn't know how to do plumbing, and he YouTubed it, and he learned how to plumb a kitchen.
Oh my gosh, anything on YouTube, right?
No, for real, yeah. For me, I don't have the patience to learn that. I'm very good with money. I started, like, budgeting when I was, like, 13. I got my first job when I was 15.
Wow.
I went to my counselor's office and was like, can you write me a letter? Because I have good grades. I want to work. So he literally wrote me a letter, and I went and got a job at IHOP.
Wow, that's
at
amazing.
15. Yeah,
wow.
So, like, I've always loved working, and I've always been very good at budgeting and, like, knowing where every penny goes. So the 2 of us together really help in different areas, you know what I mean? So wasn't born with any of the knowledge, and, you know, certainly I'm working on getting more. But
well, yeah, you are. Yeah. And that's the thing, is that you are working hard to get knowledge. And like you told me, she said to look at the Bigger Pockets was it? Yeah, the app.
It's like a podcast.
Yes, yes. And she's like, start with episode 1. And I was like, okay, I'm on it. Like, I'm going to do this. Well, I started on episode 1 out of 300 and something.
Yeah.
They've
been going at it for a while.
Yes, they have. Yeah. And it's really good information.
It is.
Yeah, I think I'm on episode like 5 or 6 now. And I just put it on when like I'm at the gym or if I'm doing dishes or something.
So
glad. But it's really good information. And it is people who like came from not nothing, but, you know, one guy was a cameraman in Phoenix.
Right.
Yeah. And then he went to own like 150 houses. It's just amazing that, you know, you can be anyone and make your money work for you is really what it is.
Yeah, you can start from anywhere. Like,
and
it's
be
not
a savvy mama.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. That is fun. So what else is going on in your mama world?
Oh my gosh. So, well, let's see. I can talk about a little bit what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Memorial Day.
Yes, it was.
And me and the kids and Sterling, we went to the river, which was super fun. But we all have sunburns. But
honestly, I thought it was a really good tan. I was like, oh, she's using.
Oh no, I did get a spray tan like 3 days ago, but I signed a sunburn on top of it, so I'm like extra right now.
That was good color, girl.
Thank you. But yeah, so we went to the river and then came home, and we all fell asleep. Pastor Lucinda texted us to come over for dinner, and we totally slept through it. We're supposed to be there at 4, and I woke up at 4:15. I was like, oh my gosh, I never take naps. What the
goodness.
heck? And I'm still sleeping. I was like,
Wow.
hey, woke everybody up. We went and had a quick spaghetti dinner. She had to talk about some church stuff. It wasn't like any big formal thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we did that. And then last night, I was like, you know what? I am so done with the, like, go food all week long.
Yeah.
Because last week I was bad. I ate out way too many times. And the kids ate out way too many times.
Well, you had something funny happen to you, too.
What?
When you were going out to eat at Dennys.
Oh, man.
You're so funny.
Oh, yeah, I know. And some people don't agree, but, you know, each their own, right?
Well,
so,
it was interesting to me. I was like, really, they did that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you know, 4 months ago, you would have never imagined.
No, but what did they do when you went
to
Dennys?
So I walked into Dennys, and I was with the kids, and, you know, I thought back, you know, probably if I didn't have the kids, I probably wouldn't have thought much of it.
Uh-huh.
But I walked in, and I had the kids with me, and she was like, I can't let you in until we take your temperature. And like I said, I thought back, if I didn't have the kids, I'd probably be like, okay, sure, whatever, it's just me.
Yeah.
But my mom brain, it goes, you want to take my temperature? I just got done running around with my kids. What if my temperature's high? What are you going to do then? Are you going to call the cops on me? Like, my mom brain is like, no, like, protect my baby, right? My mom brain goes off.
But seriously, though, if you're out in the heat and you're, like, running
and
around...
And I had just been literally chasing Luke around the parking lot.
Of course your temperature is going to be up.
Yeah, and so I'm
funny.
like, no. I'm like, I was very nice to her. I wasn't arguing or anything. I said, you know what, no, we're going to have to go somewhere. She's like, I'm not going to touch you or anything. Why? And I said, honestly, to be totally honest, I said, I know you didn't create this policy, but it's a constitutional thing. Like, 3 months ago, you guys would have never asked me to do this, and I just can't do it right now.
It's so funny. So
I was so sweet to her, and we left, but...
Sorry, random tangent.
No, that's okay.
We were talking about eating better this week.
Yeah, so we ate out a lot. It was a busy week, and so last night, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna meal prep. So I got, like, all the vegetables I could in my fridge. I chopped them up with a big old pan and some coconut oil and some seasoning. Cooked those, and then I put some sausage and potatoes in the oven.
Awesome.
And then I made, like, this. I've been wanting to make this for, like, a month, and finally, I don't know, I'm sure you guys get like that as mamas. Like, you always, like, it's so easy to, like, okay, I gotta clean, I gotta make sure the kids look good, I wanna make sure the hubby feels good, and you do this, and then, like, 7 days goes by, and you're like, wait a second, I haven't done anything for myself.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I look good right now, but I don't always look like that. Like, the days and days go by where I'm still in no makeup, my hair's in a bun, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something for myself. Like, I am still a human. Like, 10 years ago, I was just Jade, and Jade has to survive for the next 90 years, so I need to do something to keep Jade surviving.
So what did Just Jade do?
So, Just Jade, I made a quinoa salad.
Nice.
It was, like, quinoa with cucumbers and carrots and garbanzo beans. So I made a bunch of healthy stuff. My fridge is full. I made chicken soup, like, a ton of stuff.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
No,
and I feel
good.
so good today.
Good.
Like, food's cooked, things are done, I don't have to go.
That's
like,
so much peace.
Oh my gosh. And Sterling was like, do you
week.
want some Chick-fil-A? I was like, no, I have my meal prep food. I'm not going to eat out.
You.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You feel better too, I think,
so
when you
much
eat
better.
healthier. Yeah.
You do.
Oh my gosh, those slumps that you get from another pizza, even though it's really good.
And mentally it can get a little depressing. Like, it's good, it's tasty, but you know when you're doing it, it's like a little sin, right? I'm not saying that eating out is a sin, but it feels that way sometimes. You're like, oh, I know I shouldn't be eating this, but I'm so busy, and it's almost like stuffing your emotions, and it's almost a way of not taking time for yourself. Yeah. It's kind of a red flag. Having 1 or 2 a week, whatever, but when it's like day after day, and now it's a red flag, like I'm not taking time for myself.
Yeah.
And there's something I'm not believing about myself enough.
Wow.
To really prioritize my food. Like, there's
really
something
powerful.
I'm not believing, you know? And so I challenged myself yesterday. I was like, no, this is going to stop. You're not going to do this anymore. I have your one pizza, but that's it.
Right.
So.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you said no to Chick-fil-A. That's powerful.
I know.
You're on a roll.
Oh,
and yeah, there's definitely a difference between a habit and then, you know, between, like, being intentional about something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get into those slumps where you're just going.
Especially right now, I mean, with kids,
gosh.
there's nothing to do with them. The parks are closed. The library's closed.
Yeah.
The trampoline park's closed.
I
Barnes and
know.
Noble's closed. Like,
my daughter asked me, she's like, can we go to the park? I'm like, even if it was open, it's so hot.
it is, yeah, and that's the thing about Yuma, too.
Yeah.
But, like, the pools are all closed. You know, they can be open, but they're closed.
So I have a solution.
Okay, tell me.
Yes.
I want to know.
So
please.
we're super excited. Margaret texted me yesterday, and she was just, like, over the moon excited. And I'm like, okay, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a family fun night this Friday here at Champion.
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome.
And so it's for your littles all the way through 5th grade, for kids going into 5th grade. Yes. And it's for the entire family to come out. And we're going to have a service here at 6 o'clock this Friday.
In the sanctuary?
In the sanctuary.
Cool.
So the reason why we're doing it with parents, like, we're just not quite ready to open up kids yet. As much as it breaks my heart, and, you know, I just want to be with all my little ones, so we're making that happen in a certain way. So to help with the social distancing, because you can't keep kids apart. You just, like,
no.
I don't even know. Someone was like, oh, give them pool noodles, and they can have pool noodles apart. I'm like, do you know what they will do with those pool noodles?
I'm very curious to see how school goes with those new guidelines.
It will be very interesting.
Yeah.
But the way we thought of making it happen was that this Friday we could have everyone together, parents and kids.
That's awesome.
Yes, and they can have this opportunity to worship together, to listen to the Bible story together, and we're going to be making homemade ice cream.
Ooh, really?
Yes, because it's all about determination.
Wow.
You've never made homemade ice cream? Well, you have to come Friday and you can
awesome.
make some. Yes.
Cool.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and just, again, an opportunity for families to come together and have an experience together. And Frank and I, when we lived in Tucson, we would drive 50 minutes one way to go to a family night, because it was just that important for us, you know, to make our family intentional, to have that Bible time together, but also have it with other families too, because there's something when you see parents interacting with their kids. When I watch you and how you interact with your kids, you know,
we all learn from each other.
We learn from each other so much. Or even with Pastor V calling us and telling us how
I know
this is so sweet, encouraging. Like, we need that. We need community. We need to be around each other and to be lifting each other up. So this is also an awesome opportunity to have that. But it's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yes,
Yay. So what time is it? Friday at?
Yes, at 6 p.m.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll start at 6. Yeah.
Awesome. Don't need to register or anything?
No, you don't need to register. If you can, let us know that you're coming. The event will be on Facebook. And also share the event so other people know that it's happening too. Because I know, like, so many parents are looking for things to do. We're like, what are we doing Friday? Like, another family movie night. That's great. But, you know, you find things. You find ways to be creative and have fun together. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Yay,
it's going to be great.
Hope to see you guys there.
Yes, for sure. And there's also CYC is still happening. Or that's for, like, the older ones that are going on.
And when is that? What day and time?
CYC is Sundays at 6:30 p.m. 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. They're gonna let you know down there in just a moment. But
get here early at 6.
Have you heard what they've been doing?
No.
It's amazing, Jade. Like,
I saw pictures.
Yes.
The matching outfits.
Oh my gosh, isn't that great?
Those are awesome.
You guys have to check it out. It's on the CYC Instagram and Facebook page. They all had Tiger King shorts on. All the boys did. And all the girls had these peep shirts on with this crazy hair. And oh my gosh, they're having so much fun.
I love it.
And more importantly, they are learning about apologetics right now, which is studying about how to defend your faith pretty much.
Wow.
It's so amazing.
That's
and
awesome.
These kids are eating it up. Yes, I know, right?
Wow.
Like, when I heard that, I'm like, oh, this is good stuff about how to defend their faith better. Like, if someone, because that's what it is right now, right?
Yep.
Kids are asking those hard, tough questions. And that's how it all got started on this. I guess a kid asked Josh, like, a really tough question. And he's like, wow, let me think about that. And he thought about it for, like, a month or two. And he came back and he's like, you know what? Like, you know, just talk to him about, like, what God had laid on his heart about that. But, like, what an awesome opportunity for these kids. And they're on fire. They're eating it up. They're, like, writing down all these things. And at the end of it, they're going to debate some pastors. Yes.
That's awesome.
So I guess the pastors are going to come up and ask them questions about their faith, and these kids are going to get an opportunity to defend it. So for sure, if you have anyone in junior high or high school, you want to make sure that they are there Sunday, 6 p.m. here at the church.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then Pastor Lucinda starts a new Bible
Tuesday
study
nights?
tonight. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And she told me she's going to be talking about things that, like,
cool.
she can't say out in public. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Facebook Live?
Yes.
Or, okay.
It's on the Champion Women's page. So you have to be a part of the Champion Women's page.
Got you. Okay.
Answer a few questions about it.
To join it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what time?
Pastor Lucinda, what time is it? She's on here chatting with us. We love you, Pastor Lucinda. She'll type that on there. Do you know what time it is?
I think it's 6, but she'll correct me. I'll let her correct.
Yeah. So that'll be awesome. I'm going to hop on there. It'll be fun.
Too.
So we're making things to do, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. My perspective has shifted totally.
No, you're good.
No, it really has. Thank you. I'm so glad about Friday. I'm so excited.
Yes, I know. I am
so
too. I am too. God's doing amazing things.
Yes, He is.
And one thing we keep saying here at Champion is that, like, I don't know, as the enemy, like, has come to try to, like, destroy, right? Like, the church is just rising up out of it and it becoming so powerful, so strong.
I feel like people too are like, and I was thinking about this the other day because, you know, the stores have opened up and I'm like, not really. I mean, I'll eventually go. I'm not saying I'm, you know, never going to go to a store, but I'm not as excited as I was before.
Yeah.
Because I feel like community has really been like enriched in our lives through this time, because that's all we've had.
Yeah.
Is to talk to each other,
Yes.
to call each other, to
Yes.
FaceTime each other,
Yeah.
to sit down with our kids. There's nothing else to do,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's that's been strengthened worldwide
I love
in
that
people,
so much.
and it's kind of cool. It's
Yes,
cool to
it
watch.
is.
You know, it's a good perspective change rather than just there's nothing open. You know.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we need anything open when we have each other?
I know. All you need is love. I don't even know the harmony, whatever.
I'll leave the singing to you. Well, thank you again so much for
thank you for
joining me
having
today.
me. This was awesome.
And thank you,
Such an honor.
ladies, for joining us. And we pray that you are blessed and have an
Yes.
awesome day. And we will see you next week. God bless. Make sure you check out Savvy Mamas.
Yes, Savvy.
Yes.
It's SAVVY Mamas.
Yes.
Savvy Mamas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
God bless.